Hey there, hopefully your wet Monday is going all right. Chief Meteorologist Tim Buckley live with you now. It's just around 8 o'clock on this Monday evening, and we're going through what has been a pretty wet Monday for a lot of us. You know, a washout doesn't happen all that often, but today pretty darn close to one across a good chunk of the area. Now we're starting to see some breaks in the action developing. It's not a big wall of rainfall anymore, and that's kind of the way it's going to be through the rest of this weather event. Obviously, we've talked about Monday and Tuesday as being the two main days to watch, but honestly, some of this on and off rain is going to linger even into Wednesday. But the worst of it, the heaviest of it, has kind of already happened across most of our area. We're going to watch things all the way through Tuesday and even a little beyond that. Lots of rain still possible, but scattered at this point. Intermittent showers will be the name of the game from here on out. And on Tuesday afternoon, something we'll want to keep an eye on. Possible to catch a couple thunderstorms. We're starting to see that in areas south of us and to our west. That's something that could be happening here by this time tomorrow night. So keep the rain gear close at hand. You might even have to mix in the sunglasses though a little bit going into tomorrow. This is kind of an idea of the type of day that it has been. Our sky camera in Winston-Salem sits atop the Winston Tower there. I'll kind of let you watch this play through over the course of the day, and you'll notice the morning had a lot of low clouds and fog across the area. Then throughout the afternoon we had a little bit of clearing and then some more rain showers moving in for the dinner time hour. And now a little bit of clearing as well. That's kind of the way it's been for today, and we're going to continue to see that same kind of weather overnight tonight. Rain totals, well, it really depends on where you are. We always talk about how localized rainfall can be, but it's true. Take a look. Right around 1 inch from Asheboro to Lexington, Siler City, over 1 inch of rainfall now too. Over 1.5 inches in Winston-Salem, and topping 2 inches just today up in the Mount Airy region. Now take a look at elsewhere though. Greensboro only about 1/2 inch, Burlington about 1/3. So that's kind of the way it goes sometimes. But either way, there's been quite a bit of rain and still some falling across our area. Now over the last, let's say 3 to 4 hours, we've noticed and kind of tracked for you these drier gaps developing. So at this point, it's pretty much just one line of heavy rain pushing through our area, and it is centered over Guilford County right now. Look at this intensification. We're getting a little bit of banding with this line right here. A lot of times if you have a big solid area of rainfall, it all tends to be pretty uniform. But when you break them down into just linear segments, you can get a little bit more concentration. That seems to be what's going on right here. A little extra upward motion in the center of this band. So from Greensboro through the southeast portions of Guilford County all the way up toward Lake Jeanette and the northern Guilford area, that's the heaviest of the rainfall. In fact, let me pause the radar here and we'll give you a little bit of a street level map of this. So let's go from downtown Greensboro. It's really coming down. So right here, this is downtown proper. This is Market Street, Elm Street right about here. Very heavy rainfall happening right there right now. And this is all kind of intensified just within the last couple of minutes. So Guilford County is getting in on a lot of that rain. Now this is not going to show up on the airport rain total. Why? Well, the airport's right there, and it's not hitting there. So this downpour will not be counted in the official tally, but even so, it's really coming down. And you can see this all the way basically aligned right now with Highway 421. So if you were driving from downtown Greensboro down by the new Toyota plant near Liberty, all the way down to Siler City, that's your heavy rain axis, and it's all kind of moving in that same direction. So when you get heavy rain to kind of move repeatedly over the same areas, that's kind of what's happening here. There is a northerly component to this. So if you're in Whitsett at the top of the screen, Sedalia, Gibsonville, you're going to get this too. Elon eventually, Burlington as well. Some of this is sneaking up in towards Snow Camp also. So either way, some heavier rain developing right now. It's just localized. So like I said, Alamance County, you're kind of dry right now, but if we change the view a little bit, you should be able to see what's going on. This is headed for you in short order. Next half hour or so, you'll be seeing it from Burlington to Elon, possibly Graham and Mebane. It just won't be the heaviest side of the equation. Now, that's just one corner of our area. Elsewhere, pretty dry up in Caswell County right now from Pelham over to Yanceyville to not all that much rain. Rockingham County is having some decent rainfall. Winston-Salem, you had it earlier. You're in a bit of a gap right now, as is High Point, Kernersville too, Lexington, Waldburg and the like. Pretty dry right now. Probably the driest it's been all day there at this point. Heavy, steady rains continue across Stokes County. So this is right about where Hanging Rock State Park is located here. Good amounts of rainfall falling there all the way up through the Virginia border. Rockingham. Heaviest rain happening right now from Madison to Mayodan. Stoneville getting some of this as well. There's Eden, and you can track it across the border. It's going up to Patrick County, Virginia, Martinsville, and the like. They're all getting some of that rainfall. So there are scattered heavy rain bands right now. Boone has been getting it throughout the day. A couple of inches, I believe, about 3 inches so far falling in the Boone area. A lot of this tracking through Lenore. Wilkes County has been getting some of this as well. Of course, they're getting ready for the big race. It's race week out in Wilkes at North Wilkesboro. They're getting prepared for the All-Star race happening up on Sunday, but a lot of events throughout the week too. This is probably not what you want to see, but the weather should be dry, at least for Sunday, which is very good news. We are not included in a severe thunderstorm risk for tonight. Just put that out there. There is that threat off to the south of us. Never say never, but we're not included in that as it stands right now. I say all of that to show you this. There's a tornado risk that has been out for Georgia, South Carolina, parts of western North Carolina, and even sneakily over toward the Wilmington area and the Grand Strand too, all the way down from Myrtle Beach to Charleston. And within the last 30 minutes or so, this storm right here, we're in South Carolina now, right along the border. There's Anderson, Greenville, Spartanburg's just off screen. This storm here had a tornado warning on it no more than 10 minutes ago. Right now, they've allowed that to expire, but storms like this, in a situation like this, a system like this, they can acquire some rotation. I'll widen out the view to kind of explain what I mean here. You see this line that's developed in Georgia? All those storms kind of moving out on their own. When you have a system like this where you have these bands of rain kind of rotating along, sometimes they can get just a little bit of extra spin and create a brief tornado. I'm saying all of that now just to tell you this is kind of what our radar could look like this time tomorrow night. So we could be tracking some scattered downpours and scattered thunderstorms in our area for Tuesday. Tuesday's not going to be as wet of a day for us, but it could be a little stormy to finish things off. That's kind of my expectation. Just want you to be prepared for that if that does come to pass. But again, this shower and thunderstorm right here near Calhoun Falls, South Carolina. What I'm showing you now, this is a rotation tracker. So all those blues on the screen, that's showing you where there's been some spinning in that storm. There was enough at one point to prompt a tornado warning. Don't have any confirmation of a tornado down there, but it did seem like a legitimate warning, something that was a good call for sure. A couple of reports of storm damage across North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, and Georgia. Nothing locally in our area. No reports of flooding either, which is good news. It does have me curious though. I'm going to put up on the fly here your estimated rainfall amount. So what this is going to plot for you over the Piedmont area, once it loads in just a second or two here, it's going to be the estimated rainfall by radar. So we can measure rainfall in a couple of ways. You can do it by getting a rain gauge out there and just taking a look at how much rain is actually fallen, or you can take that radar estimate, and what radar is able to do is it's kind of counting and counting throughout the course of the day how much rain is coming in, how much rain is falling, and that's kind of the estimate. Doesn't appear, well, there it is now. Look, it's all loaded. You can see who has had some more of that rainfall as we go throughout the day today. So let's kind of interrogate this a little bit. We'll zoom in a little bit more. We'll put some numbers on screen. Guilford County is a classic hit or miss situation right now. So just judging from this, it depends on where you are and how much rain that you've seen. But true to form, the PTI reading was right about ½ inch. That's what our radar is estimating as well. Forsyth has definitely seen more rainfall today, closing in on over 1 to maybe as much as 2 inches over closer to East Bend. So it really depends on where you are. And down in Randolph County as well, and Davidson County, some pretty decent rainfall. So all of these heavy rain bands kind of add up on their own. But anywhere from 1 to 3 inches has fallen across much of our Piedmont areas so far with this weather event. Another camera I like to show when we're talking about heavy rain. This is our Buffalo Creek camera. So if you're not familiar with Greensboro in general, Buffalo Creek is one of these urban creeks that kind of snakes its way through town. There are a couple of branches of it. This particular branch is over by I-40, right off of Merritt Drive, very close to Holden Road. There's also the branch that a lot of people are familiar with that goes right along Latham Park and also toward Revolution Mill. Both of those flood a lot. This one, it can, and it's not that far from the road here, but I want to show you the time lapse of the last several hours, because what you're able to see is how that river, or the creek, kind of goes up and down. This starts at about 2 o'clock here. Just keep an eye on the river level there, the creek level. It kind of goes down here for a couple of hours, and then more recently, it's really coming up, isn't it? That happens very fast. That's what we talk about when we talk about flash flooding. And if you're in an urban area like Greensboro, Guilford County is, or Winston-Salem, oh, what do you have? You got a lot of paved surfaces. That allows a lot of runoff. All that water has to go somewhere. It filters off into the drains, but also into the creeks, the rivers, and the streams, and so you can get those quick water rises pretty quickly for sure. Burlington, live look at you. It's a little damp and dreary, but not all that wet at the moment. Danville, Virginia, same story, not all that bad at the moment up there either. Wide view, getting a lot of dry weather. That's kind of developing here. It breaks in the action, but we will have some reformation overnight tonight, and that band of showers and storms, that'll eventually pivot into our region, mostly while you're sleeping later on tonight. This is a big, messy, slow-moving system. You can see that big, swirling low-pressure area all across the southeast. This is a big-time system and very slow-moving, so we're not done with it all that quickly. We'll still be seeing scattered showers from this even through Wednesday, so it's not in much of a hurry. This is our Futurecast estimate on what's going on right now. It has an okay handle on it, but honestly, it's kind of got the picture of rainfall a little bit wrong. So we'll take that into account. Overnight tonight, it does bring some additional rounds of showers and downpours to our area, but it honestly clears us out to make for a pretty dry start to the day tomorrow. We'll have sunshine and then temperatures warming up more. We're increasing our temperature forecast for your Tuesday, enough so that downpours should form at times for the afternoon. A couple of those could become storms that might be even on the strong to severe side. Something to keep an eye on for tomorrow. I never trust it when we have a low pressure kind of spinning just like this, so I would expect that tomorrow, we don't have one now, we'll probably get a severe weather risk that would include at least a low chance of a tornado across the Carolinas. Again, I don't think this is a big risk. It's not a reason to cancel school or anything like that, but it is something to kind of keep your eyes and ears peeled for throughout the day tomorrow, and even Wednesday should have at least some risk of a shower or storm popping up from time to time. Here's that Futurecast in one more way to look at it. Tomorrow morning, here's tomorrow midday, there's tomorrow afternoon. A lot more in the way of sunshine. It'll be warmer, and again, that risk of a storm is higher than it was for today. Rest of the week, Thursday should be pretty much on the dry side of things, and then we're getting hot toward the end of the week. Friday and Saturday, well into the 80s, mid, even upper 80s. And with that could come a couple summertime thunderstorms that kind of pop up each of those afternoons. By Sunday, this little impulse moves through. We should be drier. So just know there will be at least some risk of showers and thunderstorms as we go into the end of the week. The rain totals from here on out the rest of the week should be in that 1 inch range overall. I don't think that there will be 2 to 4 inches at this point. It just hasn't rained quite that much. And with the drier weather planned for most of the day tomorrow, I wouldn't bet on it. So an additional ½ inch to 1.5 inches would be about what I would say, but anything more than that just doesn't seem all that likely to me. To put it to you another way, here's our model estimate, and then we can break it down for you day by day over the next couple of days. So if you look at this, 4 panels all at once. Tomorrow being a pretty good chance of seeing some on again, off again downpours across your Triad area, and then on Wednesday, same kind of idea. Additional showers and storms are still popping up from time to time. And then going into Thursday, that's when the drier weather starts to take over. Friday, we'll be keeping an eye on things as we go into the evening. That would be when a pop-up shower or thunderstorm is possible. Yeah, we're in a drought. We have been, and it still continues. This should help it though. Hopefully we'll have improved drought numbers once the new report gets released coming up on Thursday. But until then, we are still in a moderate drought across our area. Just a level 1, but something to keep an eye on. Bottom line, Yeah, we kind of needed the rain. It's a good thing that's happening. Here we have the 7-day forecast. Temperatures staying in the 70s the next couple of days. On again, off again rain, not all day, heading into tomorrow. And then looking ahead to Wednesday, still a chance of on again, off again rain. A couple thunderstorms too. We'll watch that threat of a severe thunderstorm at times. But Thursday's dry, and Friday and Saturday, it's all about the heat. We'll have a couple of pop-up showers and storms each of those afternoons, then drying it out by Sunday.